Gilbert, Iowa. A small town of a little over 1,000 folks. Nothing unusual happens here. The Gilbert Community School District is what draws most of the attention. A couple months ago, a new type of attention struck Gilbert, and not the kind anyone would want. Here is his story. Ethan Newell is a normal 17-year-old. He was a great football player and a track star. That all changed in January of 2019 when injured in a freak sledding accident. He was sledding in Ames, Iowa on January 19th when he decided he would go down the hill one last time with a group of friends. He steered his sled towards a jump on the hill, hit it, and got massive air. He flew through the air and landed on his neck. He rolled and went to get up, but he couldn't. He broke his neck, specifically his C5 vertebrae, which pressured and bruised his spinal cord. They operated the night of the accident, removing his broken C5 and replaced it with a metal implant. He was then transported to Mercy One Hospital in Des Moines for 11 days. In those 11 days, he regained small movement in parts across his body, impressing the nurses and the doctors. He received many visitors, from family to friends, and even some of his coaches. Unfortunately, he had to have a trach tube inserted to help him breathe. On January 31st, he was then transported to Madonna Rehabilitation Center in Lincoln, Nebraska. As soon as they got there, they took out his trach tube and went to work. At Madonna, Ethan had full schedules. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, pool therapy, and so many more. During his stay, he accomplished miracles. Over time, Ethan got many visitors at Madonna, and even was on TV twice. After 2 full months, rigorous therapy, and a miracle recovery, he was able to come home. Shortly after coming home, he even went to prom with his girlfriend, Olivia, and had a blast. Recently, we sat down with Ethan and his mom and asked a few questions.
Hi, Ethan. Thanks for doing this interview with us. I have a few questions. What were your first thoughts when the accident happened?
Well, I didn't really have much thought into it as shock came into play. and your mind just kind of starts racing through everything in life and what has happened.
What was life like in the ICU?
I don't remember much from the ICU, Eli. I just remember having a lot of family come by and friends and say some things, but I don't remember exactly what they said or whatnot. I remember having a bunch of nurses and doctors take care of me and procedures on me through surgery. They put in chest tubes, a trach. Basically just cared for me until we got into a rehab facility.
How helpful was rehab?
Very helpful. From the get-go, they started standing me up and working me. They worked my hands every day. They worked my body. They made me stand up, which would make me pass out. And they finally fixed that problem with some blood pressure medicine and some other medication. And then I started going full bore and just, succeeded at what I wanted to accomplish.
How happy were you when you arrived home after 3 months?
It was hard coming home, but it felt so good to be in my bed for once. So
If there's one good thing that came out of this, what would it be?
I would say my attitude and my positivity towards everything. I know I still get sad at times, but I also look at the things I did, the little things I did, the people I inspired, and how the community stepped up and, helped someone out.
Hi, Julie. Thanks for doing this interview with me. I've got a few questions. How scary was it when the accident happened?
It was really scary because you could hear the fear in Ethan's voice over the phone because we were home when he was on the hill, and you just try to convince yourself that it's not as bad as it sounds, and until we could get there and see how he was.
What is something good that came out of the accident?
I think seeing all of the love and support from people that, we don't see all the time, and whether that's family and friends and the community, the school, just everybody who came together.
And is there any final thoughts or comments?
I think you always got to have faith and stay positive, and anything's possible, and we're seeing that with Ethan's recovery.
Ethan Newell went from a quadriplegic back to walking and can do most of the things he was able to do months ago. He has shown thousands that his story is nothing short of a miracle.